I finally got a term for the idiots standing across the street right there. I came out about 5 minutes ago because my little seat was wet and nobody was out here. So I went and got some rags, whatever, to wipe this little seat I'm sitting off of. And of course they were out here. So, and I came out here because I found some terms in an article. After thumbing through it, I think it's the real deal. I don't think it's just some misdirection that somebody put, either they heard of what we talk about it and to throw us off just as a prank, or it's the real deal. But as far as misdirection, real deal, but I think it's the real deal. That's why I came out here. I already had some ideas again. But yeah, these fools are idiots. They even got a term for these types, but I don't know if they've been caught yet. They have a term for the ones who, remember I kept saying it. I literally kept saying it. They're just too overt. Let me look for it. A crew that is particularly overt in his stalking and gets too often. Now I don't know if these fools been caught, but they could have. He explained earlier in this article that they get out of trouble because even though they're caught, they have connections, and they have that. He explained everything about the police. Well, not everything, but it sounds. Remember, what a lot of us kept saying, and I also kept pointing out the police guys who. But that's why I tried to tape their car numbers, because I already knew that it wasn't the police. They even have a term for it. They're the ones that aren't under their program, they're called unchained. And the ones that I think that I'll be seeing on Nancy, what they call Nancy crews, or I haven't found the name, but he did mention also firefighters and other operatives that are part of your group. And the main thing, which has to do with why I even looked up even more information today, just this whole cowardice, the elderly ones, like the ones just hobbling out now. He goes into detail, like the stuff. Remember all the things I've been going off on. This article goes into detail about it. How they recruit them. Most of them are, it's they don't even have rank. They're called pawns. I should have known. I think somebody else said that in the YouTube video. They're so low. Remember I was saying about how they're still homeless and still broke. They're just pawns, and it's like they really are just using them, feeding. It's what he says, how it's so easy is that he's feeding them that they're going to be part of this big story. They're going to be the heroes, and something like that. I guess maybe these young guys living with their mom. I assume that's who these two idiots living with. I seen her come out once through the same door, but I'm guessing she's maybe has a little rank in the program. He explained more of the street theater, and the whole thing just seems like a gigantic operation for cowards, run by cowards, for cowards, by cowards. How some commercials say, if it's supposed to be, well, I'm a lawyer, I ride motorcycles, so I'm a lawyer for motorcycles, by a motorcycle rider. This is like that should be their motto. A program for cowards, run by cowards, rich cowards. He explained it even more. I even remember I made a video about, got into it at one of the jobs with one of the black guys. He was younger, maybe in his, I don't know what age, but anyway, his point was, I guess he's, you know, trying to, you know, I know he was a stalker, but he's trying to make it seem like I'm crazy and it's impossible. And I had reached the conclusion, like, nah, they just got money. But I didn't think the reason would be just old money. And the reason, maybe I was thinking these new money guys that came up, the technology, and that's maybe what I was thinking. But it makes more sense the way he explains it, because they inherited this money. That means they were rich their whole lives. Literally born rich. I mean, if they were born in the 40s, the 50s, you know, these older folks, that means that's why they're idiots. That's why they have such a disconnect. That's why they don't understand how a natural man would react to the program. They're going off of what they've heard, maybe what they've seen in the movies, hell, maybe a John Wayne movie, but they don't understand the real reaction. And also, they didn't understand like the reason, because he's talking about how they go out, they got different levels, and I could tell, like I said, when they're trying to provoke me, like I remember I made these recent videos about one I've just made right after my appointment outside of the VA when I was still in the parking lot. And also that was another reason why I was going to make a new video. This one might be a little long. So again, Friday, I didn't make this video Friday. I was working at a job and it was quite a distance away. So when we got through, you know, I stopped before I headed back in the town. And it was a black girl working in the gas station. It was empty. It's a nice sized town, so it wasn't like it was just probably because it was still early. We got through, you know, and it was like 11 o'clock, maybe 12 o'clock. And what she's doing, and it's not like I'm saying this because I'm still surprised at how far they're reaching, how far, you know, it's like, nah, that really wasn't even that far. Whatever it was an hour, 2 hours, but away. And I walk in the door, and I couldn't, you don't, when we walk in the door, you don't expect nothing to be on the ground. If something's on the ground, they usually got the yellow wet floor thing or something to warn you, right? Again, so this idiot, she stops and looks, and at first I think she's joking because she looks at me like, huh, with the look like how could you? And I'm looking at her like she's like, what the? Turns out she was sweeping right in front of the entrance. Nobody's in the store. You see a car pull up, you're the only person in there. No other cashier but you. The store is totally empty, except for you, right? And she so you're sweeping, and she's literally like shucking and jiving. There's nobody in there to watch her, like a manager sitting behind the counter where she's pretending to work. You know, I've seen people do this, like you know, and so that means she's going slow. So you see, and another guy, I obviously didn't know him. He pulls up behind me. He comes in right behind me, I guess, to witness it, to make it look, again, this thing about being rude. Like, who walks into a store and looks down a gas station or Quickie Mart or whatever the fuck it is, and looks down at the ground? That's why, you know, they're worried about that, because they know people don't do that. This motherfucker slip and fall and sue the fuck out your store. But she didn't have water. She had a little tiny pile. I mean, the tiniest pile of a couple of, I don't know what it was, in front of the door. Now, if it was me, and I happened to be, well, first of all, that would have been the first. I said, oh, I got a little time, because anybody who knows how a job, you common sense, shit, there's nobody here, let me knock this, because any other, even job that don't have to do with customers coming through, when you got some free time, hey, why don't you go and knock out that before it gets busy again? So anybody with common sense, well, shit, this is the doorway, let me hurry up and get this shit done, and shit, let me get down, you know, at least put the pile somewhere. If I have to go back behind the counter, they won't see it, or either fuck it up like she thought she was trying to be funny, like I just stepped through it like being rude and as a customer, and fucked up her little pile. And so I you know, I'm still joking, like you know, I ain't say bitch, but I'm like, I've been outside all morning. You working here in the air conditioning. I'm not even, I'm tired, you know, I didn't say I'm tired, but, you know, again, we moving these big-ass pieces of medical machinery. It takes physical force. The street wasn't, it had, that's because I actually said something. I said, damn, this street would happen to be, you know, it's an old street, black tar, but it's all, the goddamn, you know, it's cracked. So the tall machine we're trying to push this is still crated up on little tiny wheels. If it had been street like this blacktop, new tar, yeah, we could have pushed it easier. But anyway, long story short, I wasn't in the mood for whatever this gang stalker bullshit was. Or you actually literally trying to sweep slow on purpose instead of just getting out the way in case you got a customer. But that wasn't it. You already knew this because he in this article I just was reading. I'll try to leave a link if I learn how to do it. How they did the minor setups of I said that again, the cowardly shit you setting up and then trying to make it seem like I'm a bad when you set something up. That shows me right there you have no religion, no God, or any kind of God, whether we believe in different gods or whatever. That shows me right there y'all are all just pieces of shit. I don't care what age you are. You can't stage a little whatever the fuck you try to stage. And that proves what type of person I am, especially now that I know you go around staging shit like a little bitch. So, no, hell yeah, I'm gonna ignore your stupid ass. I'm not ignoring you because you're a person in distress and I'm just a bad person. No, I'm ignoring you because you're a stupid little bitch. And I don't want to fucking snap your fucking neck off. So, anyway, they got titles for all types. I guess my target, they got a name for. I guess maybe I would be one of the hostile ones that they're fucking scared of. They don't say that. But he does point out that the higher-ups, a lot of them they know are fucking cowards. He doesn't say fucking cowards, but he says they're scared of men. That's why they target women. I guess he tries not to put himself in that. I'm trying to get a link so you can read it yourselves. He tries not to put himself. He calls himself, he's like a manager of the street theater. You see how these people were just walking around. He says in his area, he manages it. He even takes them to the ones where they might be actually harassing, or they got title for when they actually walk up and talk. Remember I told you that I made videos, my earlier videos, the ones with the girl, the homeless couple of ones. The homeless girl walks up and asks me questions, but it was questions about trying to get something out of me, a couple of dollars or whatever. For one, had the nerve to ask for money for help with a hotel room. The other one just money period, because she was, I guess, hungry and broke or whatever. And like I said, knowing that they're a gang stalker, no, this is totally different. But you know, and these idiots, I think it's falling apart because the fools in charge, I think they really are old money idiots. They had some connections, but they don't know how normal people who've been through. And I'm not saying this because as a brag, you know, people. Oh, I've been through more. No, what I'm saying is they don't understand. That's a good. They don't understand. They just fucking stupid idiots. They really don't understand, and it's a good thing for us. This program, it wasn't been long. It wasn't on this earth long. It hasn't ran long. You know, one of the other programs he was talking about, they used their models was something that happened in 1958. One of the Soviets doctors, you know, he discovered the long-term driving someone crazy psychosis. I mean, it's all in this little, but it's more I'm gonna look up. But it goes back to, like I said, I think they've been infiltrated, and they're too stupid to realize that. Like I said, and a lot of them I think is just pure arrogance, especially the ones who have like more power. Because as he was saying, they do get nervous when people like me fight back. As he puts it, it's their job. He said, so to speak. So what basically he's saying, they don't have regular jobs. Like I said, man, I said that a couple of weeks ago. This is their fucking job. Like I said, they got that much money. My fucking job would not be in this fucking apartment. You know, bitch, my job is gonna be a dream assignment. You got a fucking assignment in goddamn Hawaii and not in the ghetto part or something. You know what I'm saying? You put me, but like I said, I wouldn't join this stupid shit. But that's why I'm calling them fucking idiots. And they all the lower levels, and he's talking about how they got some judges and what they try to do is look for a certain type of mayors and officials to get elected. You know, they're hacking elections. Basically, are spineless. And yes, I can believe all that. You could say whatever. Sorry, from what I've been seeing and what I've been reporting and things I even haven't reported, that goes right along with basically my main assessment that this is a bunch of fucking cowards. Cowards to the end. For cowards, by cowards. You know, run by cowards, for other cowards to join. Now you can feel like something. You know, you didn't have the courage to do it on your own. You will fake some shit and make you feel like you the man or you the woman, you the hero. We'll lie on this motherfucker, make him the bad guy, make him kill himself or her. You know, the coward who got dissed by the girls, supposedly that's one of the higher-ups, or higher-ups. That's his problem. He's scared of men and he hates the women, so his targets are mostly women. And I don't know. I haven't got to the point where he explains why he's actually exposing this. Maybe, I don't know, because who knows? You could say some well-written fiction. I don't know. Like I said, it goes right along with everything I've been saying. And the one thing they call, I've been talking about how they do it, you know, frown up like they smell something bad. You know, when we're all like, you smell some shit or somebody farted, right? You know, some of them, and when they see me coming, I'm like, what the fuck are you frowning? And I know they're gang stalkers, but like I said, I know I can't bust their face open. But, and it's called defacing, and I'm like, no, don't call, well, at least not with me, don't call it defacing. You didn't deface me or embarrass me. You embarrassed yourself. That just lets me know you're a fucking coward. You're gonna sit there and basically try to start some shit. And also, what are you, like some kind of sadomasochist that's like getting beat? Then again, go get into S&M and hire somebody to just beat you. You know, or you ain't gotta hire somebody. Just go join one of the clubs and y'all can leather each other up, beat the shit out of each other. Why the fuck do you want me to beat you so bad? I don't get that. So no, don't call it fucking defacing like you some kind of like you the one, or any of your fucking coward troops, or they ain't even troops, your coward pawn punks, or fucking defacing anybody, little piece of shit bitch. For you fools that got caught up in this shit, you lower levels and shit. I don't know what's finna about to happen to you. You might need to try to make somebody hire some protection. Yeah, the faces, making faces at a target or otherwise intimidated. Bitch, who the fuck you intimidating? But anyway. Yeah, they got a name for their criminals, which are all of y'all not concerned. See, it has tried to differentiate yellow meat criminals as opposed to concerned citizens. It refers to criminals recruited into the syndicate. You motherfuckers are all criminals. What the fuck are you talking about? None of you. See, that tells you right there how they're trying to, you know, make it like some of them are. That's why I remember I told you I saw how some of them thought, and also you know some of them, and that was surprising at first. Like, yeah, this motherfucker was supposed to be, and it's like, nah, but they really enjoyed it. They all become sadomasochists. He tries to differentiate again through this article I'm reading about. Some of them he calls some of them the real greedy ones. Those are the ones who get promoted to managers. I guess some of them here are fucking managers, meaning basically they don't give a fuck. They're greedy. They don't care how bad they're hurting the person, torturing, whatever. The no touch, all of that shit. You know, probably the ones that be walking out all the time when I'm out here. You know, you're like, well, what does that do to you? Anyway, I'm not going to explain with them. like I said, they know what time it is. I hope all they agreed and provide a real good cushion for your ass. But, and anyway, another thing, so the Erica girl down there in Georgia, right? I wonder if any of y'all caught on to that. Remember the two videos I was just talking about? The ones I just, Thursday, I posted, Wednesday and Thursday, right after they happened, right? One at the appointment and one inside the supermarket. And what is that Erica girl? I think she's some kind of lawmaker, city council at that town. Inside of a supermarket, right? Something about rudeness. That's how deep this shit, I promise you. And the story I saw it on was, like I said, I scroll now. Mostly I scroll through for the clues of who's or what are they mad about now, the gang stalkers? Because like I said, some of these YouTubers got hundreds of thousands of followers. And I kind of feel sorry for them, because like I said, that mean they was doing pretty good in their little part-time career, but now they, you know, they're gang stalkers. Since I started following, you could say, well, maybe they had been, that might be the reason they had something. Well, either way, okay, well then I don't feel bad. You know, they were already gang stalkers. That's how I found them. So anyway, they all jumped on the story. Like I said, and the irony is when they showed the guy who she lied about, supposedly lied about, I don't know what the whole thing might have been. They both might be actors. Everybody involved, even the newscaster. He looks like the guy I was talking about when I was outside of the VA last week. Remember I said he had glasses? Go back to my video. Only difference is he didn't have a sling on. They're shaped the same. They look the same color hair, his glasses. It could almost be him, but I know it wasn't. Got witnesses. And he snapped on her, right? Supposedly. Remember, I even gave descriptions how the other cashiers are open. So one of the YouTubers who's covering the story, he gave the same type of description from what the girl said, that other cashiers were open and that the guy, but he went to another cashier. Remember what happened with me last week? The woman two of them came behind me. And that's why I pointed out how the other cashiers were open. There was a cashier open. And it wasn't a 10 line, or it was just fucking self-check. You can go through there as many as you fucking want. It's self-checkout. You know, you dumb bitch. So it was none of the lines at that time in the day, because it was nobody in there. There's no need to have a 10 lines. If the guy was sitting there, like I said, with his arms folded across his chest, leaning up against the cashier, waiting on the customer to come by, why would you have the 10 line express lane open? And that's why I called the woman stupid. So I guess he's a serious gang stalker, because he's mad that I guess I called these two operatives stupid. Because I told you, they get offended when I call them stupid for doing their little programs. I don't see a word in that, but basically I guess it's human nature. Well, maybe because the guy called it their type of job, it's their job. You know, they don't want to be called stupid for doing their job. So my reason was, the operation should have been called off, I would think, from watching too many spy movies. No, this is not going to look right, because the cashier down there is totally open. So why are we going to all crowd and wait behind him in line, and there's a cashier open? Like I said, middle of the day, there was no need for express line, because there wasn't that many people in there. See what I'm saying? That's why the whole thing is fucking stupid. That's why their little street theater, whole national incident of the black woman claiming racism, I don't know what the fuck that had to do with me. But anyway, that's why I said they're stupid. Because I guess so the black woman gang stalker lawmaker in Georgia feel sorry for you people under her. And the white counterpart, who's supposedly started the whole thing, she had 20 items, and she, it's the 10 items, and so instead of waiting, supposedly he did the normal thing and just went to all the other line that was already open, right? Another line, So anyway, I don't know what the fuck the stupid story was, but like I said, it had nothing to do with me, you stupid bitch. That's not what I said. If you gonna mock me right. And plus, I want to keep doing these because I want them to keep doing stupid shit publicly and nationally, way bigger than this. So, like I said, this is all to piss this stupid ass. It's just like when you got somebody stupid who's trying to beat you, and you know what you're doing, and you know they don't, but you know you're just like, fuck it. They're not gonna stop, and you just let them go and fuck themselves up and make it so bad you do. And I don't think that's bad, because if that happens to me, if I'm fucking with somebody and they telling me, you know, chill, whatever, I'm not trying to fuck with you, race you like that, I'm not trying to beat you, but I'm still coming at them and I get what I deserve for still coming, I don't think if I'm alive, I can blame them. You know, they're not the bad person for egging me on, knowing what was going to happen, knowing what was through the door, knowing what was up the street. You trying to race me in my car, and you're not from that neighborhood, but I know. You know, something like that kind of analogy. So, no, I'm not wrong for knowing what these fools are doing and making more of these videos of the incidents every time they do something stupid in public and getting mad because I called those two girls stupid bitches. For serious, it was stupid. It's like, why? Because she comes up, and I could feel the shopping cart, because I really didn't have that many items. I only buy a couple of items because, you know, I'm by myself, I live by myself, so I probably only bought a couple of things, maybe 4 or 5 things, right? So one going, but I had a shopping cart, right? So I pulled it behind me, and, you know, self-checkout, doing that little shit. And like I said, I would have went to the other dude, but I don't know. I said, fuck it, the self-checkout was open. So anyway, worked out great. You got these fools doing more stupid shit. So anyway, it's usually in most stores, it's 4, right? 4 self-checkouts. You know, that little cubicle, even at Walmart, but this one Walmart. So obviously there must have been other people. One on the right to me, and I'm on the left. And so I just left my cart right behind me. And I guess they couldn't get through. And so the one girl, excuse me, she's pushing it. You know, I'm thrusting my head like this. So I mean, something like high school with somebody trying to get by, start a fight. Like, she's pushing it. And so I just fucking ignored her, right? Because I knew it was a gang stalker. I'm like, anybody got to be a gang stalker. I could tell she was black. I don't care what you say. So I just left it alone, right? And her friend, though, she has to pull the sassy black woman. Oh, this motherfucker think he did that. I said, what? Who the fuck? You know, I told you what happened. I don't remember the exact words. And I'm like, you need to shut up. You can't tell me to shut up. And so finally I just said, look, I'm not your baby daddy. You yell at him. Yell at your daughter right there. That's not my daughter. What you gonna do? You gonna beat me? You know, that's what, and she says that. You know, I didn't even look around, get embarrassed. I just said, no, you stupid. I didn't say stupid. I should have said, no, I'm gonna get you committed, involuntary committed. I guess that's what, because reading this article, that's what they program does anyway. That's probably what happened to her, how she got in the program. Maybe I know these things. But anyway, they said they have judges who commit people and psychiatrists. And I know that happens. So, but anyway, since we were going back and forth, yeah, I just got to say what I'm going to say without letting her, talk shit and provoke me. So she just shut up. And she couldn't, because I guess she saw that there was nothing she could have said to provoke me to, do something, or even just start just cursing her real bad. I'm still doing my thing, beep, beep, paying for my shit. Then my receipt popped up and it's time to fucking go. And, as I'm leaving, I said, yeah, your crazy ass need to be locked up away from the rest of us. You up here starting fights and shit. And that's where I don't care what y'all say. That's where the new thing with the girl in Georgia come from. But it'd be some more. You could say whatever. You could write comments all you want. I guarantee it. I could tell, because the motherfucker that covered the story, one of them, both of it's 2 of them that I only seen that covered the story of the black woman who lied about the guy telling her to go home. So I didn't tell her. All I said was your ass going to be locked up in the mental ward out here in the public starting fights with strangers. You know, but of course as a gang stalker, she didn't do anything. I wish she would have, you know, because then I definitely would have called the police. And, but, so anyway, 3 days in a row. There was Friday, that Wednesday, Thursday with the crazy dude at the VA who looks like the guy in the Erica Lawmaker, I don't know her fucking last name, video. They look similar. Same color gray hair, same body shape, same type of glasses, silver glasses. They look similar. I tell you, they do shit like that. And Friday with the little black girl working the cashier at the gas station, you know, who's shucking and jiving, sweeping the floor, which really could have took like literally 1 minute for a pile. It wasn't even a pile. I mean, really, if she was smart, she could have just opened the door and swept it out into the sidewalk. It was nothing. There was nothing there. It's like there's times we saw that. I seen people get busted like that at work. Like, man, there's no. What are you fucking sweeping? You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's like they don't know. They don't know people's past, what type of experience they have. That's not bad experience. I'm just talking about work experience. Shit that it's like quit. Who you're not fooling anybody. Just you know what I'm saying? I don't know what your point was. Whatever the gang stalking shit that. Oh, also the guy, he goes off on this rant about rude. Remember I said the guy, the white guy at the VA, he says ignorant. They said the same. Remember, the white guy called me ignorant for trying to get the attention of the receptionist, right? And it's rude. And he says, and the guy on the news article down in Georgia is talking about they got to fight back against rudeness. And again, on this article I'm reading, they got these dumb motherfuckers who think that they're fighting back for decency. But I think he's one of the higher ups, the stupid ass in the video from the newscast in Georgia. And he just, I don't know, maybe he just wants people to think they're crazy, that he's crazy for the rude, fighting over against rudeness. But the whole thing, like I said, that's not what happened with me, bitch. There was no express lane. I said self-fucking checkout. It was in the middle of the day. Nobody was there. There was no need to even have an express checkout lane open, though. So the express checkout, 10 items or whatever items, wasn't even open. Because it wasn't rush hour or evening time or busy or Saturday, the weekend. There was nobody fucking in there. Whoever, because this article I'm reading has the name. They call themselves the thespians and that part. I'm dead now. Now what part? How is that not fucking a bunch of lame asses calling themselves fucking thespians and the writers of these stupid street theater shits? Really thinking that, you know, like these fools going inside their house right now.